Man, you're dealing with the kid Chris Lockett. Some people call me the general. I like to call myself the jewel thief. I'm an East Oakland native. I love Oakland, man. You know, my roots come out of Sabrani Park. I feel like I should have been born in the Black Panther era or something of that nature. But other than that, man, I'm just a good fella, man.
Mm-hmm. Okay, man. So, like I said, I follow your music a little bit. I done heard a little bit. I done, checked in and listened to your flow and, your little story. So, give us your start. Give us the beginning. Your start in the game. What made you want to rap? What made you feel like you even wanted to put your voice on the track to be heard? You know what I mean? And also tell us a little bit about Say Something Slick, because I checked that out a little bit too.
Most definitely. So I'm gonna start in order, man. My rap passion just comes from being in that right era, that era that jump started it. I have 4 older brothers, so I got a lot of the game and music and shit I listened to, fucking with them. And then, I think as youngsters, we went from doing the comic book shit to starting groups and shit, in our own mind. So when I did get off the porch and found myself in trouble and incarcerated, I found that rap was an escape. Like, I'm here and I'm incarcerated, but I can escape through my mind. And I started learning how to tap in with the power of words. We had a lot of, going through the system, we had a lot of people punching down on us, telling us we wasn't going to do nothing but stay incarcerated or either dead. So I started living my dreams in raps. Like, nigga, I'm writing raps like, I'm going to come home and take over the town. I'm going to come home and do this. I'm going to buy my mama a house. And niggas start coming home and living. You know what I mean? So basically, Delinquent Big V, shout out to Delinquents, G Stack and V White. I was his little cousin. So every time I got on the field, he tried to get me in the studio and gear me away from what we was accustomed to doing. We call it trying to run up a bag then, but back then it was trying to get to a key. Nigga come home and wanted a brick, nigga,
Hell yeah. I remember that.
Yes, sir.
So man, like being in that time, that era, that's the era I grew up in. And
yes, sir.
like, from looking in, I remember like, Delinquents, Harley Davidsons, and the brim hats, and the all on a bitch and all of that. Like, how did it feel to be standing right there looking at this shit? Like, watching that shit, what do it mean to you right now in the game? Being there, seeing that, experiencing that.
Man, it's a beautiful feeling to come from the Oakland I come from, because looking around now, seeing how things is different. Like, sometimes I feel sorry for my kids because they get to experience what I experienced through me. But, when we grew up, we was being raised by the whole neighborhood. You know what I mean? Everybody knew you was somebody's little brother. Niggas knew who we was. You know what I mean? Coming up. So being that close to the game, it just really just make it easier for me to stand on my square, because some people didn't have big homies that had money, or didn't have an uncle that had money. We come from all that. Everything that a lot of people was chasing and doing the weirdo shit to be a part of, we set them trends. You know what I mean? We set them trends from out the mud. In the era I come from, being a bum wasn't an option. Nobody wanted to be a bum. Nobody voluntarily wanted to be a dope fiend. You know what I mean? We was
That's
about,
real.
Nigga, if we would go cut some grass, we was go sell some Granny Goose chips, we was go get to it, man. But we wasn't doing no weirdo shit. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah. So yeah, man. So like I said, man, that's like real Oakland. So it's now that you got a voice and you got a little platform, You know, what message is you putting out there? What you want people to know about you? You know, when people meet you or people tap in, what do you want people to know about you?
When I be pushing that jewel thief angle, the jewel thief is like some people will sacrifice they self or their time or their pain and things of that nature to go through something. So when I'm out here and I'm in the field, like I don't feel like these youngsters really had the proper guidance like we had.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, whenever I get one and I could pull them to the side and we chop it up, they be like, oh, gee, you sharp. I'll be like, yeah, but you don't have to go do 22 years in the system like I did to be this sharp. You can
Mm-hmm.
surround yourself by good people. You can listen to good shit and you can make better decisions. And you'll be just as sharp as me at a younger age. That's really what I be pushing. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you know, I'm a tool. So when I'm around the youngsters, y'all ain't got to figure everything out. Use me. Let me help. Like, I don't want to do it for you, but run the play by me. And let's put our heads together and figure out how to do this shit simpler. Because we didn't have as many options as the youngsters got today, man. You know, a lot of us were stuck on them corners and you know, other things was involved in it, but it ain't like that now. So to get to the bag, you can cut a lot of bullshit out. You can cut prison out. You can cut standing on the corner out. It's niggas out here getting to the bag with culinary arts. Niggas getting to the bag with the clippers and the razors, man. Mobile
That's real.
detailing, this hella shit going on. You know what I mean?
That's
So
real.
I'm not pushing on no youngster, hey, you got to get a bundle or buy this 9-pack from me. I don't even deal in that kind of dealings no more. I just deal in the realm of reality and good game, man, good game. And if I got something that can help a person, I'm not even gonna wait for you to ask me. I'm gonna pull you to the side, and I'm at your service. How can I help you? You
Mm-hmm.
know?
Man, hey, that's like you said earlier. That's really taking it back to the Black Panther shit. I mean, you lifting up the community and you know, putting money behind the black dollar, putting money in your mind behind the black dollar. That's appreciated, big dog.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. So give us a little more about the rap shit, man. Tell us, you know, what you got coming, or you know what, you know, what about your style? Where does your style come from? Cause you know some
My
of the
my style,
you be
man.
spitting a lot of game. You be spitting a lot of game. You know, I be hearing you. So you know, let it tell us where it come from. Like where does that style come from? You know, how important is it to put that message out there?
Man, you know, the style comes from listening to all of the game spitters, not just the Bay Area game spitters. I love good game. If I'm listening to a rap and an individual rap and say something I don't understand, I'm going. So with that being said, I've always been a sponge. So when you get my spiel, it's like a worldly breakdown. It's like I didn't want to study it over here. I didn't want to study it over there. Then I mash it up together and I give it back to the people. So you get the creative writing element, you get the reality rap, you get the pain, you get the rebellious, and you get the youngster that was lost before, you know, because I all that is still in me. That's still my makeup.
Mm-hmm.
So, but when I give it to the listener, it's not to glorify the mistakes that I've made in the past.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glorifying my survival, and I'm also letting you know it's all right to fuck up or fall down, but you got to get back up, my nigga. And you can't beat yourself up because a lot of us think because we made one mistake, we some bad person, or I lie, or your higher power not gonna accept you when it's over. So that be the devil working, because the devil want to make you think, just go ahead, fuck your shit off like I did. And I've been there before. So I really be just trying to entertain the listeners with my life, but I don't want to just be too heavy on no party and bullshit. Because in life, you do get to party and you do get to bullshit and
Mm-hmm.
fuck off. But it's feeling like it's the last days now. So I be wanting my people to wake up, man. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, that's real. And man, I keep giving that message, man. You know, these youngsters, man, even if they don't listen today, they might remember it tomorrow, man. So that getting that message out there and you know, putting it out there and you know, broad daylight so they can see it is, man, it's appreciated. Even though it might not seem like it all the time, they appreciate that shit.
Yes, sir.
Man, so what's going on with the Say Something Slick, man? Is we gonna have to collaborate and do a little podcast or something, man? What's going on, man? I ain't been seeing it going on.
No, to say something slick is really like the slogan for the clothing line.
Okay.
And I do want to incorporate that into a podcast, but I'm also when I do my podcast thing, I want to do something different.
Okay.
I really want to I honestly would like to interact with the young people. I'm looking for a fucking lighter. I would like to interact with the young people on my podcast. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
Say Something Slick is for show in effect, clothing line, all the shit. But you know, I come from the era of the slick talker. You know, when I was a youngster, it was like it was an honor to be left to get around your homeboys and listen to their spiel. Because, you know, we came from that era where youngster, get up out of here. So if you got to sit around the OGs and listen to them say that slick shit, then you got to get back around your homeboys with some game that didn't nobody know. You know what I mean? So Say Something Slick is really deep rooted in Bay Area culture. Like, you know what I mean? If you didn't have nothing, you had a slick tongue.
Definitely.
And that it separated you, the Oakland cat from the PA cat, the Richmond cat from the Frisco cat to, you know, that was that native tongue, man. You know what I mean? From the concrete.
For real. For real.
All the cat gotta say is a few words. You gonna be like, oh, he from LA. Oh, he from over here. You know, but when we get to talking, oh, that's an Oakland nigga. They know it, you know?
I'll never forget when I smoked my first blunt of Crip with a nigga and he told me my shoes was saucy. And I was in the town. I said, okay, it's a little different over here. It's a little different over here. I said, saucy? I said, I'm still in that, bruh. I'm still in that.
Man, I cannot hold on. Give me 1 second. I'm looking for this fucking lighter. I'm trying to smoke. Fuck, I lose the lighter. Like a cat, man. I'm so discombobulated. Oh, fuck it. Light it on the stove.
It's all good, boss.
Man, so how long you been doing this, King? Talk to me.
Yeah, man. I've been, you know, it's been a year now. You know what I mean? I done transitioned from the clothing line. You know what I mean? I done managed a few rappers. You know what I mean? I'm from Frisco.
Sir.
You know, Hunters Point. You know what I mean? I done managed a few rappers. You know what I mean? And did this and did that. Then spent around the world a couple times. And I'm here trying to get his game back to the youngsters, like we talking about, man. I just want them to know it's a different way of life, man. You ain't got to be out here robbing, stealing, and killing. You could create a podcast. You could collect cans. You know what I mean? You could sit at home and be on the internet and do Twitch, man. It's still room out here to be a good nigga.
Yeah. You ain't lying. You ain't lying, King.
For hell yeah, though, man. The last question I wanted to ask you, because I was hearing you talk about that, being down and, with all of this reparations talk and all this money going around, I want you to give us a little spiel on, when that youngster get out and he got that 20 ball in his hand, what should he do with it? What he supposed to do with that 20 ball when he get out? Fresh out, and he got that 20. What he supposed to do with it?
When I was a youngster, I don't recall hearing terms like financial literacy and credit score shit. I don't remember none of that. I don't even remember my mama talking about no shit like that. So now where we at now, and it's big bread floating around. I tell a youngster, go put that shit up. But don't go put that shit in no shoebox. Go put that shit somewhere you can make it make sense. In the Navy Federal Credit Union, go open go get you some credit cards, go open an LLC, go open a nonprofit. I didn't know nothing about none of this shit when I was a youngster. You know what? I wasn't go listen because all I wanted to do was get on that corner. I wanted to be the first person on the corner because I figured I could make more money if I got up there and my stuff was fat and right. But now what I'm learning is I can apply that same hustle to, like, I get up in the morning at 5:30. I'm a head janitor at a joint. Then from that job, I got 2 more jobs because people see how I'm working. So now I'm cleaning churches and daycare centers on my off day. So the hustle we picked up is not useless. You know, we can transfer. Running a trap ain't no different from running a record label. But for the youngsters who ain't never had that hustle in them, that's cool too. We go give it to you the right way. I tell a youngster, don't go buy a new car or go buy a used car, drive Lyft, drive Uber. Like I was once told by a millionaire, in order to become a millionaire, you need 7 streams of income. I didn't even, all I knew was selling rocks when I was a little nigga, man. Buying hella zips and busting them down. These youngsters have way better opportunities right now. I didn't know what a grant was. Imagine if we knew what a grant was back then, that I could have went and applied for some free money that I didn't have to pay back. You know what I mean? Like, the power of information, the power in these phones, the network, you can go down and interact with the mayor now, man. You can go run your spiel by the mayor or somebody in one of those powerful positions, and they will help you or give you a building or finance what you're trying to do. And I believe that the flooding our communities with that dope and all that kind of BS was to keep us away from learning how to live life easy, man. Just imagine, like, I can go apply for a grant for $20,000, but I'd rather be on welfare for the next 20 years. We didn't know that shit, man.
Hell no.
You know?
No, we didn't know that shit.
Like, you know, you man, I see the board and I see how this shit works. But you ask me what I would tell a youngster, I would tell a youngster that if you got a parachute on, the only way it's going to help you if you open it. If you leave the parachute closed, you're going to crash and you're going to burn. And it's all on you. Can't nobody pull that cord but you. So if you want to flow and pick where you go land at and land safely, you do what you got to do. You want to be on that rah-rah bullshit, you go do more time than I did and tell me how you like it now. Because everything is different, you know.
Everything.
I'm glad I got all that bullshit out the way when I did, because I don't know, I might have been one of them niggas committing suicide if I had to do it now in this day and age, because a lot of shit don't make sense. You know what I mean?
And no matter how much you try to make it make sense, 1 + 1 don't equal 2 no more.
Man, you already know, man. You already know.
But hell yeah, I don't want to hold you too long, man. I appreciate you coming in here, man. You know, the record label, if you got a few artists that want to come on and, you know, say they little spiel, or, you know, if you want to debut something on my, you know, my platform, it's all good, man. And we appreciate you, man, for coming in here, giving us this game. This game is priceless, man.
Man, say something slick. Hey, let me tell the people, check, I just dropped the Dominion. Beautiful compilation. The first Dominion came out about 22 years ago. I got the Blessing from G Stack and V White to remake it. It's available now. Got a lot of the up and coming youngsters from the town on there. Got a bunch of the OGs on there, man. You know, I'm being told it's some of the hottest shit out. Go check it out. Let me know what it is. P, what's happening? Salute, King. Thank you for having me, man. Tap in anytime. I'm here.
For sure, man. Enjoy the rest of your day, boss.